Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jyoti Prakash and let's get into the video. First, let's look into weekly candle of Bank Nifty chart. After that, we will going to look into one day candle. And for taking any trade, we are going to look into 15-minute candle. Why we are looking weekly candle chart on every Monday? Because here you can see that it is made a closing candle here on weekly candle. And if you wanted to really understand how market works, how where market heading towards, we need to see some large level candle. We can see weekly candle, or we can see monthly candle for trend confirmation, and for any trade we need to go to smaller candle for any opportunity. For trend identification, we need to identify weekly candle chart and one day candle chart. That will be beneficial for us for identifying any trade. Here you can see that in weekly candle chart, Bank Nifty shows some negative movement here, and it also resistance level for Bank Nifty. And if market opens flat or opens gap down and it closes below 40,800, then we'll going to take trade for selling, and our weekly candle target will be first 40,400, and second target we can set to round level 40,000. But if it's open gap up and if it's closes above 41,500, then you can expect in this week to made a high of 41,900 to 41,000 for round level 42,000. But for that, it needs to open gap up and it needs to sustain above 41,500. Okay. Now let's look into one day candle chart. Here you can see that in one day candle chart, Bank Nifty looks negative for me, and if tomorrow opens flat or opens gap down and it closes below 40,900, then we'll going to take trade for selling, and our target will be as per one day candle chart 40,800, and second target we can set to 40,570 to 600. But for selling, it needs to open flat or opens a small gap down, then we'll go into take trade for selling. And for buying scenario, it needs to closes above, as I said, for 41,500 or 41,540, then we'll go into, after that we'll go into take trade for buying. But we can take the buying trade if you if on Monday, if it's open above 41,250, then we can take trade for buying, and our target will be 41,500 round level. Okay, now let's look into 15-minute candle. Here you can see that in 15-minute chart, Bank Nifty showed some negative scenario here on Friday, and it after the, and it closes around 41,000. And if tomorrow markets opens between 41,030 and 40,830, and if it closes below 41,830 or 40, then we'll going to take trade for selling, and our target will be 40,600. And if it closes below 40,600, then we'll going to set our target to 40,400. Okay. And one thing can happen here if it's open gap down and closes below 41,500 or 40,600, and if it shows any negative scenario there, then we're going to take trade for selling, and our target will be 40,400. But if it's open gap up and if it closes above 41,250, then we will going to take trade for buying, and our immediate target will be 41,500. And here you can see that a resistance trend line also running here. If it closes above that trend line, then we'll going to set our target to 41,800 to 41,900, and we can expect move up to 40,000 in this week. Okay. And that's it for Bank Nifty. Now let's look into Nifty weekly candle. Here you can see that Nifty weekly candle shows some positive movement here. It's open flat, or you can assume it open gap down, and after that it continues to go up, and it made a high of 17,840. But it now closes around 17,786. And if tomorrow, if markets open around 17,800 or 800 OT, and let's assume it opens gap up above 17,850, then we'll going to take trade for buying, and our immediate target will be, first small target will be 17,920 to round levels 18,000. But for that, it needs to closes above 17,850, above 17,850, then we can take trade for buying. For selling, it needs to, if you are taking any selling trade, it needs to closes below 17,720 or 17,700 round level. Then we can expect some selling pressure here, and our target will be 17,650 to 17,600. Okay. Now let's look into weekly candle chart. Here you can see that in weekly candle chart, in Nifty shows some positive intent here, and it also trading around the trend line, which is we have seen before. And if the market sustains above the trend line and if it closes above 18,000 in this week, then we can expect some positive movement here, and it will be our target will be around 18,400 to 18,600, but it needs to closes above 18,000, round level 18,000. And for selling, it needs to closes below 17,650 or 17,600. Then we can expect some selling pressure here also. Now let's look into in 15-minute candle. Here you can see that Nifty is opens flat and continues to go up. After that, it shows some selling pressure here, but at the end, it shows have some buying pressure also, and it trades around 17,800. As I said, if it's open flat or opens gap up and closes below 1800, 17,850, then we will going to take it for buying, and a target will be 17,920 to round level 18,000. One thing may happen if it's open gap up and it closes below 17,680 or 17,650, and say there shows some negative scenario, and if we can take trade for selling, and our stop loss will be high of that candle, and we can set our target to 17,600 to 17,600, 17,560. But if it's open gap up around 17,680, 17,660, and it shows any positive movement here, then we'll going to take trade for buying, and our target will be 17,720 first, and second target we can set to 17,800. Okay. And now let's look into Bank Nifty components. As I already told you, Bank Nifty components are really important for Bank Nifty options, because we don't know how Bank Nifty will show us any positive or buying moment. And if we analyze this Bank Nifty component, then it will be help. It will going to help us to identify a proper trend or proper trade. For that, we need to identify all those components which have more weightage on Bank Nifty. Okay. Now first let's look into HDFC Bank. Here you can see that HDFC Bank opens a small gap up, and it closes around 40,000, 1,460, but it's made a high of 1,467, and you can see that in that high level is almost trading for 3 days, and if it tomorrow it's open flat or opens gap up and it closes above that high level, then we will going to take it for buying, and our target will be 1,472 to 1,478. But we can take buying trade if it closes above 1,460, and we can set our target to that first that high level, which is 1,467 to 68. After, if it closes above that, then we'll take that target to 1,480. But for selling movement, it needs to closes below 1,450, I guess. If it closes below 1,450 by opening flat or open gap down, then we'll going to take it for selling, and our target will be 1,446 fast, and say we can set our second target to 1,440 round level. Okay. Now let's look into ICICI Bank. Here you can see that Axis Bank shows some negative movement here, and also I have told you, if the market closes below that 920 level, then we can expect some selling pressure here, and our target will be past that closing candle of that green candle, which is 907, and we can expect a second target to round level 900, and it made a low of 900, and it closes around 907. If market tomorrow opens flat or open gap down and it closes below 907, then we can take it for selling, and target will be round level 900 first, and we can set our second next target to 890. But if it's open flat or open gap up and it closes above 907, and it trades for any and shows any buying scenario, then we can expect some buying scenario or buying movement here, and target will be 920 to 926. Okay. Now let's look into SBI Bank. Here you can see that SBI Bank shows some negative movement here on the higher candle of higher level of that candle, And if we can take trade for selling, if it's open flat or if it closes below 570, then our target will be 565 first, and say we can set our second target to 562. But for that it needs to closes below 570. After that we can take trade for selling. For any buying scenario, it needs to closes above, I guess, 575, and if it closes above 575 opening flat or open gap up, then we're going to take it for buying, and our target will be 580 first. Then our second target we can set to 585, but it needs to closes above 575 for any buying scenario. Now let's look into Kotak Bank. Here you can see that Kotak Bank shows some sideways movement here, and I really can't tell you to take any buying trade or selling trade here, because you can see that it shows some negative movement, monstrous negative movement here. After that, it opens a gap up and close trades around that red candle. And but you can set take trade for small buying here. If it opens flat or opens if it closes above below 1885, then we can take trade for buying, and the target will be 1895 to round level 900. The reason is that here you can see that Kotak Bank shows some selling movement here, and it trades around that high level. That means there are so many sellers here. If it opens flat or opens a gap up and closes above that 1885, then seller may get out by taking stop loss. Then our target can may achieve which is our 1895 to 900. Okay, but you can ask you can now avoid any buying or selling trade on Kotak Mahindra Bank. Now let's look into our Axis Bank. Here you can see that Axis Bank shows a negative candle on the higher candle, and it did not cross 920. Now you can expert in trend continuation here. If it opens flat or opens a gap down and it closes below 900, then we'll going to take trade for selling, and our target will be 1892 to 1890, and we can set our next target to 880, which will going to uh, achieve it, in 1 or 2 days if it closes below 900, and made some strong closing candle there. Okay. For buying, it needs to closes above 910. After that, if it's opens or closes above 900, then we can set our target to 920. And if it closes above 920, then we can take trade for buying, and our target will be 940 for any for that month or for that week. Now let's look into our last bank, which is IndusInd Bank. Here you can see that IndusInd Bank did not go anywhere. It trades around that support level, and it shows it made a doji candle here, and it made an high of that doji candle, which is 1160. If IndusInd Bank opens flat or opens a gap up and it closes above 1160, then we can expect some buying trade here, because here you can see that if it's open flat or opens gap, it shows such W pattern, and if it closes above 1160, then we can take trade for buying, and the target will be 1170 to 1178. But if it's open flat or if it opens a gap down and it closes below 1140, then we'll going to take trade for selling, and our target will be 1121st, and then we can set our next target to 1100 round level. But for that, it needs to closes below 1140. If it closes below 1140, then we can take trade for selling, and we can expect some selling pressure here also. Okay, and that's it for today, guys. And if you like the video, you can subscribe my channel. You can, and you can also share it. And bye bye, everyone.